If you're looking for MUT coins to upgrade your MUT game, go to GameRusher.com for cheap and safe MUT coins. You can use my discount code HUB at the website. Use the first link in the description down below and get that upgrade to your game. What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's your boy Kush back at again with another New York Giants preview video. And like I said yesterday, it's going to be a webcam preview because I didn't really have time this week. You guys know how it is. I spent a lot of time on those previews to make it. Was finals week. Finals are over though, so yay. A lot of that stress is gone. This week we got Cleveland Browns at the New York Giants. This was a highly anticipated game for like 2 years in a row now. We've been waiting 2 years for this. Unfortunately, the circumstances surrounding it are not great. It is on Sunday night prime time, which could either turn out to be a treat or to be, you know, the most embarrassing thing ever. But in webcam tradition, you know how it goes. It's not a regular preview. I'm going to try and give out a couple keys to the game here if the Giants really want to stay competitive. With that being said, let's get into it. The first key to the game is that the Giants have to break the Browns' kneecap before the game begins.
You can't do that.
Who says so?
The police.
So you telling me I can't just go get a hammer or a wrench and break their kneecaps before the game?
No, you can't.
So we can't break their kneecaps, but what we can do is go into their locker room and take their playbook before we set foot on the field.
You can't do that either.
Why?
It's illegal.
Who says that?
The police.
Just leave. Thank you. So we can't do anything that will give us an advantage, it seems. I didn't know when that became a rule in the NFL. I guess that's just how it is. But in all seriousness, let me first quickly go over the injury reports here. This is the Browns have more players on their injury reports, but I think we would all agree the Giants have there's more players on the Giants that will make an impact, and also with who practiced during their Thursday practice for the Browns, I expect a lot of people to make it to the game. So with the Giants, of course, is DJ. He has the hamstring and the ankle injury. He was in limited practice on Thursday. I really want him to sit out this game, but it looks like there's a legitimate chance he somehow might start on Sunday or see the field on Sunday. I really do not want that. Please let the man sit, let him recover. Kevin Zeiler apparently has shoulder injury. He was in limited practice on Thursday. Darnay Holmes, this is going to be his second week in a row now where he might not play. Darnay didn't play last week. He did not practice at all on Thursday. And Caden Smith, tight end, was in limited practice on Thursday. Of course, we know James Bradbury, a key to this defense, the best player probably on this defense, you know, an all-pro year that he's been having, not just Pro Bowl year, is going to be missing, and you best believe that's going to hurt us a lot. Without James Bradbury in the secondary, that really makes it weak at the cornerback position, because in terms of cornerbacks, there was only one really reliable guy there. Darnay Holmes was just getting there, but Darnay is injured, so now the only person back there is Isaac Yiadom, that I don't even know if you would say you have confidence in, but the only dude back there that's been playing there all year was Isaac Yiadom, and it's just like, is he gonna do anything? It's Isaac Yiadom, you know what I mean? It's Darnay Holmes. I would love if he could make a comeback this game, but just like with Daniel Jones, I don't want him to come back too early and then hurt himself again. James Bradbury being out, you know, being placed on COVID injury reserve is really bad for the defense. This guy is the best player that we've had in years at the cornerback position. Now, a lot of people's going to say Janoris Jenkins, and I agree. Janoris Jenkins in 2016 and 2017 was amazing. Not so much in 2018, 2019. But we have Bradbury, I think, somebody that's a lot younger and somebody that could do it for a lot longer than Jenkins did. And Bradbury is just, I don't know, man. Something about James Bradbury, I think, fits this defense more both on and off the field. Gonna definitely be missing him. Of course, the other person on the COVID list technically is Jason Garrett, our offensive coordinator, which means this game Freddie Kitchens will be taking over offensive play calling duties. We're gonna see somebody else finally in the booth to make decision making. Now, of course, this still means, I want to clarify to some fans, it's gonna be the same playbook. It's gonna be a different person making the calls. So we're probably gonna see, I want to say, not too different of an offense, but a lot better decision making. And what that means is this should not be hard for the players to adjust to at all. They're playing with the same playbook. They've studied this, you know, the entirety of the year. They know everything that's on there. It's just that Freddie Kitchens, in my opinion, is going to have a little bit of an easier time doing it, because it's really going to be hard to do worse than Jason Garrett. And Freddie Kitchens does give us an advantage against the Browns, being that he's their former head coach. So I guess that would be the first key I want to list off here. Freddie Kitchens, do your thing, man. You know the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Tap into your knowledge base and your wealth of what you remember about their defense and how we could take advantage of that on the offensive side, and give your tips to Patrick Graham for what they do on the offensive side, because you knew Baker Mayfield very well in the 2018 season, the latter half of it. Did a great job over here with him before 2019, but you know how to make the Browns win and you know how to make them lose. So let us know what's up there, Freddie Kitchens. Second key of the game is gonna be Giants. Just run the football, man. Just run the football. Let the Wayne train go off. He was having, well, I wouldn't say he was having a good game, but he was averaging a good yards per carry last week. He was actually running the rock pretty well. We all remember the 2nd and 10. He ran for 9 yards, and then it was a 3rd and 1. And for some reason, Garrett decided to pass. Don't do that again this week. If he runs for 9 yards on one play, put him back in there and let him run for 9 yards again. Just keep the Wayne train going. Keep the running game going. It doesn't have to be Wayne alone. If somehow, some way, Dion Lewis is making runs out there, if Alfred Morris continues to have a nice little streak going, just keep the running game going. Because obviously we're without our starter again, and it's how we beat Seattle. We kept the running game going. Now, I'm not saying that we are going to beat the Browns. That's going to be very, very difficult to happen. But if we are, it's going to be through the run game. So do not do what you did last week, and I don't expect that to happen, because once again, Jason Garrett is not in the game. So I would hope Freddie Kitchens makes, a little bit better decisions when it comes to this. And if we see the same mistakes as last week, then I'm generally just going to be worried and kind of convinced that it's the playbook, or maybe it's something to do with the head coach. Maybe Joe Judge is not making them run the ball or something. But let's not get into that right now. We too many assumptions to be made right there, right? Another key to the game right here, kind of going over to the defensive side of the football, is going to be get pressure on Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is a hit or miss quarterback game in, game out. When he hits, he hits. When he misses really, really bad. The guy is, as of right now, inconsistent in terms of game-to-game performance of what to expect from him. Sometimes he goes on a little hot streak, which technically the Browns have been on a hot streak. I think they're 9-4 or somewhere around that. You just got to get pressure on him. When Baker Mayfield is uncomfortable in the pocket, and when you can hit him, and when you get pressure on him, and when you can make his offensive line feel a little scared, you're doing a good job. He will make mistakes. Make Baker Mayfield make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Williams, he disappeared last week. I expect you to show back up this week. Now, it is going to be harder. Once again, going back to James Bradbury, less advantage on the coverage side here. Of course, coverage helps out the pressure a lot, and vice versa. So it's going to be hard for these guys to hold down the Browns wide receivers. And they do have a talented group over there, even without OBG playing. You're talking about Jarvis Landry. You talk about the tight ends and Austin Hooper and whatnot. They got some talented guys over there, right? But our cornerback's going to have to try their best to hold it down so that the pressure can get there. If Leonard Williams can't do it this game, I don't know. You're kind of not building yourself up for the contract like you were in previous weeks. But then also our edge. And this comes down to guys like Carter Coughlin, Cam Brown. They are very young. You know what I'm saying? They are rookies. So it is understandable if they're not hitting every single game, if they're not getting there every single game. But find a way to get there, just kind of speaking to Patrick Graham. Now, scheme up a way to get there. Blitz a little bit more. Now, don't go too blitz happy like James Bretcher. But last week, when you did blitz, it worked for Kyler Murray. And for some reason, we did not blitz that much. So do whatever it takes to get that pressure on him. Because if you can make him feel uncomfortable, it's a plus for us. And then now the second part, the second key to the defense here, do not let the dogs out. All right? Do not let Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt run all over you, Giants defense. And this is going to be tough. I think this is our toughest running matchup of the year. Cleveland is about to have two running backs going for 1,000 yards this game in Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. And of course, Nick Chubb is their number one back, and they've done a really, really good job of integrating Kareem Hunt in there. They have a really good duo. Those guys can murder a team just by themselves, and they cannot do that against the Giants, because then it just allows Mayfield, no matter how many pressures get in there, it just allows him to say, you know what, the running game is going, we're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even say stop Baker Mayfield. I said get pressure on him, make him make mistakes, make him uncomfortable. But you got to stop the running game, all right? You have to do whatever you can, as much as you can, to come as close as you can to shutting down that running game. And the reason I'm saying that is because I don't know if it can be shut down. It probably could be stalled out a couple of drives. But when you got two guys like Kareem Hunt, who a lot of people forget before he was cut by the Chiefs was a top 5 running back, and even now you could still consider him a top 10 back, and Nick Chubb, who in my opinion has solidified himself as a top 5 running back over the course of the past 2 years. When you got a running game like that, it's not going to be easy to stop. You know, our defensive line is going to have to show up. Our linebackers are definitely going to have to show up. I see that Blake Martinez is not in the injury report here, so I'm hoping that that's a sign that he's going to play. We're going to need him in the running game. If this running game gets loose, count the game over. That's really as it is. These guys cannot go out there and just do whatever they want with the Giants defense. It cannot happen. Nick Chubb is way better than a lot of people give him credit for, and some people just forget how good Kareem Hunt can be. And then now on the special teams side, I really just got one thing, man. Special teams, please just improve. Like, I don't even know what to say. Since the Bengals game, since coming off the bye week, the Giants special teams has been horrendous. Whether it's in the coverage aspect, which is, you know, where they've been the worst. They cannot cover punts for some reason, or kickoff returns. They just cannot cover it properly coming off the bye week. I don't know what it is. Go back to the basics. Go back to nice fundamental tackling. I don't know. Go back to taking better angles when you're running up against these dudes. But special teams, please just improve. I got faith in Graham Gano to have a good game. I got faith in Riley Dixon to improve from what he did last week. He played last week, but I think maybe he was still feeling some effects of COVID. Who knows? He didn't have too much of you know, 2 good punts out there. But I hope that it improves at least from those 2 guys, and it definitely needs to improve when it comes to the coverage aspect, because I don't know what's happening. And Jabril Peppers, with your punt returns, you've been having a great season as, you know, a safety for us. So I don't got anything to say to you on the defense side of the ball, but on the special team side of the ball, you know, take the ball out a little bit. I was way too uncomfortable with how many times just fair caught it, and the Giants were starting within our own 10-yard line, within our own 15-yard line. Take a chance sometimes, not every time, because you don't want to risk fumble. Which is why I get, yes, you're playing it safe, but you did it every single time that Arizona punted it back to you there, and we're starting with terrible field position. Our offense is already struggling as it is. Help us out a little. But that's what I got for y'all today. Let me know what you all think. Put your comments down below, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.